So for anyone that just tuned in right now, man, earlier today it was reported breaking news that Vince McMahon has re-signed. No, he didn't extend his contract. He's not taking on any other job role. He is actually walking away permanently from TKO, which is the parent company of WWE and UFC combined, and he's walking away from any involvement with WWE. So no shareholder stuff, no board member stuff. Like, this guy is fully gone. It's not just that Triple H had a job title that was in jeopardy because Vince was his boss and he could still do whatever he wanted. No. There's no involvement. Vince is like 100% gone. Like, that's it. Signed, sealed, delivered. The resignation came in. It's all over the internet. And we covered the story plenty. We talked about how disturbing this all is. I don't agree one bit with it. He deserves everything that he's getting and then some. He is a nasty guy for even talking and expressing himself the way he did, especially being married, supposedly a loving husband and father. It just doesn't make any logical sense how a human being could feel so empowered just because they have endless amounts of dollars. But MGM, let's start with you, man. You were saying earlier you pretty much agree with the narrative, but how do you feel about the way that he exited the company? Just resigned. Sayonara.
I feel, again, the reason I brought up Endeavor is the moment one of those sponsors dropped out, it became almost clear that man was going to have to go because that was not going to be the only one. Yeah, it's really crazy because of how long the McMahons have kind of been, despite all the storyline stuff that they go through.
Yeah.
Sort of like pigeonholed as like the first family of wrestling, and to
and they're put on a pedestal. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to have this almost be like the black mark of Vince and the entire like image that he built up outside of wrestling, it's just
he just threw it all away.
Right.
It's disgusting. VJ, you want to add to that? I know you were trying to say some stuff earlier.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like, this is gonna be now the first time WWE will not have a McMahon presence at all since like the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie McMahon will make her return at some point. I don't think there's any way around that, and I could see why this is possibly the reason why she stepped away, as Stunna said earlier in the chat.
That's exactly why I think she stepped away.
Yeah, like, she wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah, and that could also be like how crazy of a boss he is. It's like Shane McMahon. I remember when he left. Remember when he left back in like 09, 010?
Yeah. It was all because of Vince as well.
Yeah, all because of Vince. He's like, I had to leave.
Yeah, for sure. Keon, I know you're burning over there, man. Anything you want to add?
I mean, this is just like one of those crazy wrestling days, man. Like, I knew it was coming, but I just
not Rumble weekend.
Not Rumble weekend. Like, I thought it was gonna be like after Rumble weekend, like where they was gonna actually investigate it, but they was like, nah, we just gonna they let him go on his own 2 feet.
Yeah,
this is very disgusting, man.
Super, man. And I'll always say this. At the end of the day, there's no justifying. I don't care what he built for us to enjoy. I know I've also mentioned this in the past that he's done more good than bad, but all it takes is one real bad thing to not only ruin your legacy, because legacy is irrelevant in this conversation at this point, but to ruin anything that you ever built that was good for anyone. So at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. I don't like talking about these things and uploading these kinds of videos or covering these kind of topics. It's part of real life. It's out there. But I don't have any... There's no space here for that. We come into the Lexoverse, this channel, this space that we have here on social media to hang out, have a good conversation like you guys are having right now about Suicide Squad. And I appreciate you guys, changing the subject in real time right away, as I'm about to do right now. So if you guys were asking, oh, Lex, why haven't you covered the Vince McMahon stuff? Well, it's because I don't give a shit about it. He's a piece of crap, and I'm glad he's gone. And I hope that the other McMahons, Shane McMahon, Linda McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and the rest of that family can move forward beyond the darkness that they have overcasting their family name right now, because it's not fair to them and the people that they are and that they've become and that they've worked to be. So ultimately, let's move forward and enjoy the Royal Rumble.